Alright, so get my hand over here. We're gonna check out this this thing. This is a chat program called VRChat. I've only seen a little bit of it. It seems like it's mostly like 8-year-olds running around, yelling at each other, goofing off. And I would normally have very little or nothing to do with this. However, I've seen some videos online and I wanted to check this out in VR. It actually has a Blockbuster room that you can join. Sorry, I'm gonna shut off my phone here for a sec. So anyway, yeah, Blockbuster Video. It's really about this arcade is really what the room is for. It's called the 77077 Arcade and Bar. And that's pretty cool, but what I really came to see was the Blockbuster. So, we're gonna go check this out. One thing that's funny is if I stand up, I'm like giant. It's almost like it's made for kids, so it's kind of... Seems like everything's kind of miniature. Like this door seems miniature, like if I stand up. I don't know, maybe I just didn't have the... maybe I didn't have my Guardian settings capturing properly, because now I'm sitting on a bench stool and walking around. So first off, this is pretty cool. This is an old school phone booth. You can toggle post-processing and toggle the rain on and off if you grab the handset on the old phone. So far I've never seen anybody in here, even though it is pretty popular. So here we go. Yeah, this is like kind of what it was like. This really feels like a small video store is what it feels like. It doesn't really feel like a Blockbuster, but yeah, you get the point, you know. They're saying Blockbuster, even though it's really the size of like a mom and pop video shop. So this is pretty cool though. I love the big Terminator 2. It's even got the kind of 3D effect to it. You got Batman Returns, right? Universal Soldier. We got some cool movie posters up. We got Blockbuster commercials running on the TVs, just like they did in the video stores when you go visit a Blockbuster. And then, yeah, you can explore around. Renting games before buying them is mature and sensible thing to do. Do it anyway. Test before you invest. I don't know if I ever saw that sign. We got a Ghostbusters sign here. That's pretty rad. Looks like it should be higher resolution though. We got some posters up here. Total Recall, Blockbuster Video, Movie Night, Any Night. Wow, what a difference. So, Street Fighter animated series, animated movie. I remember watching that. That was cool. I don't know, Plastic Little. The Mask, seen that. Interview with the Vampire, seen that. Jurassic Park, 7 True Lies. Looks like the back of True Lies, or back of 7 over there. Got a RoboCop poster. RoboCop 2, cool. We've got Alien 3, that was popular in the 90s. So this is pretty on brand so far. We're running a Street Fighter commercial up here for the movie, which was a big hit. I don't know if it was a huge hit, but it was big enough to, you know, sell some rentals for sure. Now it looks like we've got some VHS up here. Yeah, I got the stupidest hand. Yeah, we got the Indiana Jones series. Inner Space. Some of these I have. Physical ones, so it's kind of silly for me to VR this, but I've got these. I've got this. I've got these. Road Warrior. Got that. Mad Max. Got that one. Got everything pretty much on this row. Oh, I don't have all these Rambos. Can't get my hands on those. I'm going to have to get those on eBay, I guess. These kind of look like they're a little too big. Like they look like DVD size if you were like pulling out. You can't really grab these or do anything with them. But that's funny. This is action movies. Tron. I've got that VHS. I haven't watched it yet. Guyver. Guyver was cool. That was something I liked renting. I didn't get to rent all of them, but I rented at least those 2 movies mostly. So yeah, Japanese anime, that's cool. A lot of cool stuff in there. We got latest game rentals over here. What's up there? Dan Moreno, Sega. I don't remember that commercial though. I probably saw it though. We got Super Nintendo, we got Genesis. Again, these are huge. Look how big that that Super Nintendo. It's almost like whoever made this didn't know how big Super Nintendo boxes really were. Or they just said screw it. It's pretty cool. Latest rentals. Yeah, that seems... Roast a few weenies tonight. That's funny. Look, they got an ice cream freezer here. Virtual Boy. I remember a friend had that, and I went and played it, and the 3D effect was cool, you know, kind of like this. It definitely had a 3D... Everything looked 2D, though. Things that were floating in space looked like 2D graphics. And it was kind of neat, but I was like, I don't know, would I ever sit and play that? I don't know. But here I am with a VR headset on, so who am I to complain? We got some horror movies here, that's cool. Here's the counter. I don't think you can pick up any of this stuff, though. Blockbuster cards. Got some sodas over here. Doritos. Yeah, all this stuff seems like it's on a miniature scale. Like I'd be crouched down if I wasn't sitting on a stool. It's like my body is like child size. We've got Jurassic Park. Kind of 3D poster, that's cool. It'd be so awesome to have one of those. We've got Fright Night. I remember seeing this movie poster every time I'd go to the Blockbuster and being like, what the hell is this movie about? And I finally saw it recently, and I was not impressed. That definitely felt like a very B movie that got a lot of attention because of the cover art. But I know people love it. There's a lot of people that love that movie. We got Predator, Predator 2, RoboCop, classic rentals, Terminator 2. Yeah, like these actually look like VHS. It's really just a flat graphic, really, but and those look like they're falling over. Maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know. This is cool. We got Aliens, series, collections, horror and thriller. Yeah, these are some. I do wish they were like laid the way I remember them, you know, with the Blockbuster boxes behind them. Like they were never really stacked like this that I remember. They were always face up, more like this, with like the actual Blockbuster box behind them. So you'd be like, oh, I want Airwolf, and you'd have to pull this off and then grab the Blockbuster box if they had one. If they didn't have one, they didn't have it for rent. You couldn't rent it. You were screwed. The Thing. That's great. Battery's not included. I feel like I've seen that. This is cool. They got music going. You know, I should probably turn that off, actually, because I might get the video pulled on YouTube if it's running real music. It's cool. This is kind of little computer back here. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, let me check you in. Looks like a bunch of returns. Jurassic Park 7, The Mask, Terminator. So yeah, I mean, if you're a kid, I guess you can be like playing around in this VR room, talking to your friends, although you'd have no nostalgic connection to this. So they got kids animation here. Aladdin, I recognize. Look at this. Shaq Kazam. The Mask cartoon. I really like that, but I only got to see like a couple of them. Now this one's a little too dark to see. Misery, Pulp Fiction, Sci-Fi. Dude, I had this tape. I think I still have it. And I think I have this one now. And I had a bunch of these. I think they disappeared though. You'd get some of them through Pizza Hut at the time. Speaking of Pizza Hut, we'll walk outside real quick. It's nothing special, but that's pretty cool. It's just like a neat thing to check out. I mean, there's nothing to do in here. You could stand around with friends and talk, I guess. I mean, only an old guy like me would think this is cool. Want to come in here and check this out? It's playing music again, so I may not be able to use this video. Over here is Pizza Hut. Pan full of pizza with a handful of savings. I was thinking, oh, it'd be cool if they did this, you know, Burger King and Pizza Hut too, but I mean, I don't know. I think this has been out a while. I don't think they have any plans to expand it. There's a Toys R Us over here with ADT. It's pretty cool. It's like a view of Los Angeles or something, some big city like that in the background. It looks really neat in VR. I mean, it doesn't look real. It definitely looks like a big flat graphic out there, but the sense of depth is what's neat. And here comes a plane. Flies right over. Pretty slow plane. So anyway, this is what the VR chat room is really about. This is supposed to be like an arcade bar. Got a Metal Gear poster there. Atari, Nintendo. Dude, I never saw that robot. I never knew anybody that had that robot. From what I understand, it was kind of dumb. Street Fighter 2 animated. This is cool. They put a lot of poster stuff. Aliens vs. Predator arcade. Yeah, this door looks and feels like miniature. It feels like you gotta be like 3 or 4 foot tall for this to feel normal. Nintendo, Outrun, Taito, Sega. Cool. Alright, so anyway, we're in the arcade bar. Obviously, this is nothing quite as cool as new retro arcade neon. None of these games that I can tell are playable. Obviously, they wouldn't put the ROMs in a VR chat room, I don't think. They just have little videos running. It's kind of disappointing that the arcades are so dark. Like, you'd think they'd pick up a little more lighting than that. They got a Defender, though. Ghosts and Goblins. The bar looks really cool in 3D. And you can actually pick up some of these magazines. It would be cool if you could read them. Just read the backs. Dark Horse Comics with Attitude. So that's cool that there's actually something to pick up and look at in here. Some pizza. But it's certainly not most things. I wonder if I need to... I don't think I can turn that music off. Hey, look, a big blue. A little blue. Like all these arcades look like they're about arcade 1-up size. Without the riser. They might even be shorter than that. So like a bunch of kids these would be the right size for kids, I guess. But I don't think kids care about this stuff. So. Over here we got like some retro consoles and Nintendo. Everything's very boxy. TVs. My son does love this game though. He is obsessed with Mario Brothers 1. I have no idea why. We got a Sega Master System. I never saw one of those in person. We had the Genesis over here, right? Yeah. Obviously most people in the US are familiar with that. Here's a Super Famicom. I didn't see a Super NES though. I think there's one over there. Yeah, we got Contra and Joust. Salamander. We got a couch that I'm standing on. Looks like a retro PC gaming section. There's Gauntlet poster. That's pretty neat. MTV. There's like a dance floor and there's DJ over there. And it looks like it plays like YouTube videos of music videos. That's kind of neat. Mortal Kombat, Strider. Hey, that one's actually got graphics on the control panel, whereas like 90% of them in here don't. I think I can pick up this glass. Yeah. So kids can pretend they're drinking beer in here. Yeah. You know I totally would too. Final Fight, Double Dragon, Toki, Aliens, Alien Storm, Ultra Beast. I do need to throw some of those in the VR Arcade and play them. So, what do we got over here? We got a Sega Saturn and a PlayStation. That's pretty cool. Little info cards. At least there's a little bit of education going on there. Another Super Famicom. So I get the feeling this is like might be a UK based room. Like whoever made this seems to like Super Famicoms more than SNES. Turrican, that's a cool game. Well, that doesn't look like the one I'm used to. So you can sit, but I don't think you can do anything. Be cool if you could. I mean, again, I don't think it'd take much. But I don't know if these VR chat rooms are really set up for that sort of thing. Yeah, there's some real photos of people. This must be the guy. Oh yeah, this is the guy who made the room. Ota King 77077. So that's the guy, I guess. Got a few pictures of him actually playing arcades and drinking a beer. Is he playing Space Harrier there? And R-Type. That's cool. Feel free to visit the world famous animator, Ota King. Laggy and badly optimized this arcade is. Can we go back here? Oh, nope, you just fall through. So yeah, let's serve some drinks, you know, throw them around. It's so tiny! Why is it so tiny? There's a tape deck, LeBrock. It's funny they stick a lot of like modern day synthwave. It really wasn't the kind of music we associate it with the 80s, but it's really not that similar. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, I just kind of passed up the Dance Dance Revolution. Pretend like you're dancing to the Konami game here. Virtua Fighter, that'd be a fun one to throw in the arcade I have. Grass stand. So yeah, anyway, that's cool. Go back to the... Man, the rain looks really cool in VR. It's got a lot of cool depth to it. It's really like what made me get this downloaded was to check out the Blockbuster. And I think there's actually a little bit more accurate Blockbuster room to check out. It's not that one. This one. So we'll favorite that one. I'll run over here real quick. I think that one feels a little more realistic than this one that we're heading to, but this one feels... I guess the one we're heading to feels more like a Blockbuster. It's just not as, I don't know, immersive or something. Everything's... I don't know. It actually feels more like a Blockbuster, I guess. It just doesn't have movies and music going, you know? I guess that's what kind of kills the vibe. It's a pretty cool car. It kind of looks like a... Yeah, Pontiac GTO. Sitting out front. I didn't even see the sign last time I visited it. Netflix has an algorithm. We have a call-gorithm. Wow. I wonder if that's really related to the last Blockbuster. So we're going to go up here. I think you just walk through the doors. You don't actually interact with the... So yeah, this feels like, you know, with the yellow walls, the cabinetry, and actually everything feels bigger too. Like if I stand up, it's probably more the right height, yeah. So you'd have this bar area, white countertops, Windows 98. Probably accurate. We got some poster art here, which is cool. 300 Bad Boys. New releases. Now, the layout of these feels more accurate too, because, you know, you'd grab the movie with the box art, move it out of the way, grab your Blockbuster box. You got candy. It looks pretty well laid out. They got television, except there's movies in here. I think television is really on this side, maybe. Nope, still movies. And I mean, come on, like some of these movies are newer. Joker, like come on, you wouldn't. That wasn't available in a Blockbuster or Interstellar. It's much newer stuff. But I guess if you're thinking about like if a Blockbuster was open today, would it have that stuff? Yeah, I guess the modern one would. New releases. That is not the Batman box art. Bird Box. It's a next Netflix show. New releases. Like some of these signs wrap, you know, like they didn't really fix it on the other side. Suspense. And the Halloween might fit that. Insidious. Doesn't really look like they organize. They just sort of repeat the same box art in here. So that's not romantic. I guess that's also what's killing it. Last time I walked up here, I could hear Will Ferrell.
I'm not going to call him Dad.
There it is.
Brennan, you're 39 years old.
Brennan, 39 years old. Goodfellas, The Godfather. And they didn't have flat screens. I mean, that I remember. Maybe this is meant to look like the last Blockbuster. I didn't catch the name other than typing in Blockbuster. I just don't feel like there's as much to look at. Like, it's just a repeat. But I will say it looks on brand, like a Blockbuster felt like walking into. Or the other one felt like a mom and pop video store, and that's what they should have just called it instead of Blockbuster. So anyway, yeah, that's cool. That's the
Okay.
that's the Blockbuster VR stuff. Here's Mr. Bean. I want to just come in and check this out. Get a little recording of it just for fun. And, you know, get some popcorn and head out of here. You know? See you later, Vader. Until next time. It would be fun to go to a Blockbuster again. Here's the guy's info who made it. Matt Boy. Let me go back in real quick. I think one of the neatest things about Blockbuster was when you go to Blockbuster, you get the movie, you go check out, you know, get the movie, you're taking it home. Like, you're committed to that movie for the weekend. You're like, no, I'm definitely watching this. This is not like oh, I might watch it like it's on Netflix. Like, no, I'm definitely watching this damn movie because I paid for it. I gotta watch it. And then I gotta bring it back in 2 days. So I gotta watch it within 2 days. So there's just like more purpose in when you rent a movie, I feel like. Not to say like when you rent a digital movie, like you're not gonna watch it, but it just, I don't know. It just felt like, oh, I got my weekend planned. You know, I got my thing. This is what we're gonna do. We go on Friday night, go rent a movie. We're gonna go check out, talk to some of the, you know, it was usually teenagers or somebody younger. You know, you'd chat with them. Hey man, how's it going? See you later. You throw your movies in the car, and you go watch your movie at home. And it was like you were planning the weekend a little bit, planning the fun. You'd rent some games. I didn't see any games. Did you see any games in here? I didn't see any. How are you going to skip putting... Here's a video game title. No actual video games. That's a shame. That'd been cool. But yeah, that's what it was like. That's kind of what it was like. It was like this bright, airy vibe, yellow walls. It was a good time. So anyway, we're going to say goodbye to Blockbuster video and the VR chat thing. And until next time.